Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching The Clone Wars, Season 1, Episode 5, Rookies. Is this going to be a mission? Ahsoka goes on, she's the only rookie I know. I am just excited to get back into this to figure out where this is going to go. Is it going to be a one-off episode? Is it going to be an arc like the last three were? If you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction, you can find them up on my Patreon, and you get those 2 weeks in advance. And you can also get the edited version 1 week in advance. And given that I post 3 episodes a week for Season 1 at least, there are a lot of them up on Patreon right now if you're watching this on YouTube. But yeah, let's go.
Keep your heads down and your seals tight.
These aren't exactly dedicated people right now, but they're not trained.
I like that it's so quiet out here. I can catch up on the rig manuals. Echo, what is wrong with you?
Still, I know I say it every time, love their personalities.
Unlike you, maybe he's getting some much needed rest.
He's on holiday.
Excuse me, General. If General Grievous comes anywhere near this quadrant, we'll know about it.
Will we?
You wanted excitement, Heavy? Right. Ooh, meteor shower.
If you die in this fight, you're not gonna think, because it might not actually be meteors. Because the chances of the meteors going directly to the base seem slim to me. Like, they're... Yes! See? Listen to me. Uh-huh. Radio in! Oh god. So I thought it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Send more than 2? Do they even have weapons on them? Mm-hmm.
They've disabled the beacon.
We'll run around screaming that the drones are here.
Get a message this way. Hurry! No, we can.
Hurry, hurry.
Turned on the all-clear signal.
Excellent.
Oh.
I don't want the Republic to find out we're coming.
4 rookies, the only ones left alive.
Is making contact. Very good, my lord. I will arrange.
I forgot about her.
The destruction.
Open. Comlink channel.
That is cheating. I'm going to put the helmet on to feel the character.
Sorry, Commander. We're experiencing technical.
Oh, okay, because it's a video chat.
This will not require an inspection. Fine here. Thank you. We'll be the judge of that. Prepare for our
That's not how an inspection works. He said Roger, Roger.
right here.
He said Roger, Roger.
Luck. Next. Wait.
Hmm.
Did you hear that? Yeah. What is that?
The inspection.
Sound like droids.
Or, no, oh god, it's a monster.
Don't forget about those giant eels. I've never seen. What the hell was that?
A giant eel. Are there 2? Oh, I was hoping they had a secret stash of
I
people.
don't see the deck officer anywhere, Commander. As you can
I guess they just
see, is operating.
want them to leave.
Thank you for visiting, and have a safe trip back. A droid attack flare. Rex, what the heck are you doing?
You're very lucky that that was a droid, but he was quite suspicious. Can you radio out? Oh dear.
Off the platform. Copy that.
Was that going to destroy their ship? Yep. Shit.
Come on, now.
That's just survivors, alright. And there's the eel. Good. One less threat. Though how many other eels there are, I'm sure.
Nice. We'll take back our post, shiny or not.
Hmm.
There's hope for you yet, rookie.
Yep, this is why you don't bemoan or begrudge a boring posting. He's not gonna.
Checked in.
What is that?
Roger, Roger.
Unit 26. Is that you?
Roger, Roger.
You sound strange. We see your faceplate.
Roger, Roger.
I love it.
Gonna work.
I love it so much.
Close.
Roger, Roger.
This makes me very happy. All the Roger Rogers.
Transmitting the all-clear signals, but for some reason our commando droids are not responding.
We can leave nothing.
Oh, these poor little battle droids.
Defend this facility at all costs. separatists. We have to warn the Republic about the invasion. They'll take notice when the all-clear signal stops.
Yep, that is a good point.
And they prime the detonators.
Time to hurry, my loves.
There's only one target of interest in this sector. Camino. The closest thing we clones have to a home. Today we fight for more than the Republic. Today we fight for all our brothers back home. Understood? Sir, yes, sir.
Enforcement's reporting. Open up.
Didn't say please.
Close. Get up.
They do a really good job of giving, well, I know I say every episode, I need to think of what we even say this episode, but of giving all the clones personalities and making them all distinguishable despite the fact that they're clones. And then every episode I'm like, I desperately want them to be alive.
If something were wrong, Cody would contact us.
What is the status of the base?
Have you ever heard of jamming communications?
Difficulties.
Oh no, someone gonna have to stay and do it manually.
That should fix it.
Oh, fix it please. Sacrifice yourself, no.
This isn't good.
Oh.
Base is ours again, sir. The clones are fleeing. Cowards. Secure the area.
Look out for any eels.
I'll have to detonate it manually.
Hey, hold on there.
Oh.
What do I have to do? I don't like your tone, rookie.
He's only a rookie.
Soldier, come in.
It's still so brutal that these clones have been created, given life for the explicit purpose of war. Oh no!
Don't.
That was very brave. The war's got very real for the surviving rookies.
Idiots!
Woohoo!
Fleet!
Gonna need to build a new outpost.
It's
quite a cost.
We don't deserve this honor. But for you, the Republic wouldn't have learned of the separatist
Exactly.
invasion until it was too late.
You saved
You showed
Camino
yourself
and...
today. You're exactly the kind of men I need in the 501st.
I mean, that's a pretty brutal way to get through being a rookie. I really, really did enjoy that episode. I've enjoyed them all so far. I think what I'm really excited for is I can see how the show's going to build on itself, and knowing that there are 7 seasons I get to enjoy, I'm just excited. This episode, I like the concept that we have the arc episodes, like with the Malevolence, and then this was another standalone with another sort of incident, a failed attempt by General Grievous to destroy, or at least take over the base in which they make the clones. I imagine destroy the ability to make clones. And I think it was really sad to kind of get to know these clones and then you just watch them die. I mean, luckily it's over 1 episode. It's much worse if it's a character you've known across a whole season, but they do such a good job of giving these clones personalities and freedom. And I mean, ever since even watching the movies, I still struggle with the concept of making clones of living, breathing, thinking people and then saying you are a soldier, tough. I don't agree with conscription in the real world. And so yeah, I can see people saying, oh yeah, but if we have the clones, then we don't have to force the ordinary people to fight. But clones, especially when you see that these clones are real thinking, breathing people. But it is also a TV show, and I do kind of get that the clones seem very patriotic, or they really do want to fight, even though they're pretty brainwashed from childhood. But anyway, these rookies were, for clones, they were young, they were inexperienced, they thought they had a cushy assignment that was too boring. And little did they know that is the worst thing you could ever suggest about a sort of dangerous assignment, is that it's being too boring or too slow, because you know the minute you suggest that, it's gonna go awfully wrong. I liked seeing the way that they were able to alert the sort of senior investigating inspection team, and the way that they were able to trick the droid. The droids tried to trick them with the I am a human. No, don't come in. Look at the droids' impersonation of humans was funny, and then the clones' impersonation Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger, and then holding up the head of the droid. It was a lot of fun. The droids were they just saw the head and they were like, "That's our friend Bob," and then just all the Roger Rogers were great, and the sacrifice that he made. You know, blowing up the base. The minute in any show ever they're like, "We need to blow this thing up," you're like, "No one's gonna sacrifice themselves, right?" And then of course the detonator's not working unless we do it manually from right. Heavy, you know, he gave his life. He was brave. I think he was pretty much aware that's what he was going to have to do. He was hoping, obviously, because he oh, this will work, but the minute it didn't work. He could have jumped back in the chute and been like, we'll think of something else, but no, he sacrificed himself, and that was very brave and also very sad. And I think for the 2 clones that survived, I mean, they were part of 6 or 7 or so squadron, and 2 were left, and that is just a brutal way to be welcomed into the war. Survivor's guilt, you know, one of them could have stayed behind with the weapon, but instead they went to safety and left heavy. You know, I feel like that's going to be a big emotional toll for these clones at the beginning of their career, but they have been given a very prestigious place in a unit. Hopefully that unit will be able to be for them. I'm thinking about this very deeply. I do also want to say to, like, Obi-Wan that surely the concept of having people being told to check in is that they do check in, and then when they don't check in, you're like, that is suspicious, let's go figure out why they're not checking in. You know, at the very least, send, like, a couple of fighter plane, like, you know, little ships to go and investigate it, because otherwise what's the point of checking in if you don't even read the signs? I mean, it's like, oh, it's been several hours, but the base is okay. Have you heard of chat? Like, honestly, Obi-Wan, I think he needs to go back to, like, leadership school. I don't know. That just, to me, I was like, come on. Like, it wasn't, if they were in the middle of a, I mean, it seemed like the rest of the fleet was just travelling to try, they were just looking for General Grievous, but if they were in the middle of a huge battle themselves or something, you could definitely see them overlooking a detail like that. But while they were just, you know, let's think of a plan. I'm not impressed with Obi-Wan in that episode, but it was a good one. And it was sort of emotional in some ways. Like, I'm glad I'd only known those clones for like 20 minutes. But yeah, this was really good. Thank you so much for watching.